One thing that sort of strikes me as I look at those landscapes, and obviously some of those players are at the enterprise level, others bridge the middle down into the SMB as HubSpot does. But I get the sense that there's sort of, for any business, it's like the haves and the have-nots, right? Where there's like this digital divide between those who can afford to really sort of glue everything together and like maybe attach it into their back end business, and those who sort of maybe have one or 2 point solutions, but they're really, haven't gone through a digital transformation. So how do you think about, that from the perspective of, the investment of time and energy for some of the have-nots? How do they go through the decision process of, wait a minute, I've got HubSpot, but which of these other things do I really need? And some of them are expensive, right? So how do you recommend a business owner think through their own digital transformation if they're sort of want to use HubSpot at the core, but then they have to plug into it?
Yeah, well, I mean, ironically, actually, I'm in the school of thought that other things being equal, fewer tools is generally better anyway, in the sense that, and I know I'm preaching to the choir here, usually the bottlenecks that people have in being successful with digital marketing are not their technology. It is usually other dimensions of, either having the right talent or being able to connect it to the larger business strategy. And those are the things that if you fix those, even with a relatively simple and modest set of marketing technology tools, you can be very, very successful. Vice versa, you could have all the state-of-the-art technology in the world, and if you don't have those things in place, you're just not going to be able to pull return. So I always advise people to focus on focus on what's really going to be moving the needle. But then, from the technology perspective, I mean, as you do start to see genuine opportunities to either make, access a new channel or implement a new tactic or, make your internal business operations more efficient for that, it's definitely great about bringing in new tools. But for smaller businesses, even in mid-sized businesses, you're right. They don't want to be in the business of playing enterprise architect and figuring out how the wires connect to each other. And in fact, actually, this is exactly why I joined HubSpot, was I kind of felt that this is a problem that platforms like HubSpot and the point solution vendors who create a specialized tool, we should be able to solve this so that by the time a customer says, yes, I would like to use this with HubSpot, they can just plug it in, and we've done the hard work to swap the data back and forth. We're not 100% there on that journey. This is definitely a journey. We've got further to go, but that is the mission that gets me up in the morning, is getting us to that goal.